Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, June 17th, 2020. Of course, today was New Comic Book Day, which means right now is New Comic Book Video Time. Pretty good week for books. Of course, the real big issue this week was the Dark Metal storyline that started and a couple nice covers on that. So I'm going to show you what I picked up today. I also picked up a couple of older books from the early 60s that I got a really good price on that I'm going to show. And then I had a request from a viewer to show 3 of the 1940s books that I've shown once before, but he wanted me to show them again, so I will be doing that as well. And then we'll jump right into the books. So the first book I picked up wasn't a new release, it was an older release, but I saw this, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to grab that. This is White Widow number 3, variant cover. I like the covers on White Widow. I even enjoy the storyline. I'm hoping that they actually bring it back. Really cool cover on that. Next up, we're going to do, of course, the big book today was Dark Knight's Death Metal. This was foil cover they came out with. Sorry about the glare on that. Really nice there. Then they had a blank instead of a white sketch. Of course, the black for Death Metal, which was right here. And then the cover I thought was the best cover of the group was Wonder Woman on the cover right here with her chainsaw. Thought that was really nice. And then there was a 1 in 25 of Batman playing a guitar like he's doing a concert. That was pretty good too. I just didn't want to spend the money on a variant right now. Then there was a couple of other covers that came out, but these are the ones that I enjoyed the most. Jumping right back into the books, DC Black Label, Daphne Byrne number 5, cover A. And cover B, which was pretty nice. Both covers were really good on this, so I got one of each. Metal Men number 7, first appearance of Metal Animals, right here. Book I mentioned on my video on Sunday for the new releases, Nightwing Annual number 3. And then a cover purchase. I thought this was a really cool looking cover right here. Superman number 22 B cover right here, saving the little girl in the fire. I thought that was pretty cool looking, so I grabbed that one there. Again, nothing wrong with buying a book based off of your like for the cover. So we will go now to the Independents. Of course, Marvel again didn't release anything. Independents from IDW. This is the Crow number 2. This is the Peach Momoto variant right there. There's that there. Book I mentioned on my hot pick video, A Man Among Ye. They had 2 covers. This was the cover that I liked, and I am looking forward to reading this one here. Book that was selling pretty good from Boom Studios, Wind number 1. About this character right here having to hide the fact that he has superpowers. I am looking forward to reading that as well. I've also mentioned in the past as it relates to the last issue of a storyline, which is usually a lower print run than most. I don't know if this is going to be so much of a lower print run because they had multiple covers for this one, but I picked up a couple. This is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 5. This is 5 of 5, cover A. And a cover I really like, which was a Virgin cover. The Turtles and the Rangers on the same one, of course, having a little pizza. You cannot talk about the Ninja Turtles without showing some pizza. So I definitely grabbed this one here. The Grieveling. This is from, I don't know the company this is from, Clover Press. Clover Press and the Grieveling right there. There's that. I'm looking forward to reading it. It kind of falls under the genre that I like. What I didn't like, though, was that it was a $7.99 book. But it is what it is, so I got one of those. Next up from Dynamite, Red Sonja, Age of Chaos. This is number 4. This was one cover here, which was pretty good. And then, in my opinion, the cover of the week, which is right here. This cover was selling really, really well. They also had some variants that were selling really well. Of course, I'm not buying variants. I very seldom buy variants, but I did get this one here because I thought this was a really nice looking cover. And that's what we had for the new releases. Like I stated, I picked up a couple of books from the early 60s, one from 61, one from 63. Very happy with those purchases, got them at a great price. First one I have, Mystery in Space, number 71. This is from 1961. I graded this a 5.5. 5.5 right here. Nice bright colors. Again, when I grade a book, it's going to be the grade with all the issues that the book may or may not have. So there is that. Next one I picked up from 1963, Mystery in Space, number 84. Also graded this a 5.5. Again, really nice looking book right here. I am tougher grader than most people, but I am very happy with these purchases, very happy with the grades I gave them. And then we will just show a few other vintage books, and then I'll go to the 3 books from the 40s. That was a request from a viewer. So here's the first one, Justice League of America, no particular order. Neil Adams cover. This is number 97. This, of course, is a 52-page giant right there. Cool cover there. Anything Neil Adams is going to be cool, especially from the 70s, where he was at his height, in my opinion. Next up, Star Wars number 6. Whenever Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader are fighting on a cover when you're a kid and Princess Leia needs a little assistance, you're going to buy this book. This was a 35 center from 1977 that you bought off of a spinner rack at 7-Eleven. Next up, and also a Neil Adams cover, Phantom Stranger number 17, also 48-page giant. This is a very fine minus. Really nice looking book there. Of course, the Star Wars was also a very fine minus, and that Justice League I showed earlier was a fine from 1972. Here's that there. Next book up, Amazing Spider-Man 147. Very fine minus. One of my all-time favorite covers. I know I've shown this cover a couple of times. It's just one of those books that I have multiple copies of because I absolutely love this, so it's not unusual for me to grab something out of a box and find one of these. This is The Witching Hour, number 19. This is a 52-page Nick Cardy cover, graded a 7.0, fine, very fine, from 1972. I love anything with the witch. When I'm out there looking for stuff at shows, if I can find the witch, I'm going to buy it as long as I can get it at a decent price and not have to overpay for it. Next one up, staying with the Mystery in Space. This is number 85 from 1963, 6.0. From 1968, fine minus 5.5. This is Teen Titans. This is a Christmas cover. Christmas covers sell really well. There are people who collect Christmas covers. This is number 13, again, 5.5. Next one up, Captain Marvel number 8 from 1968, 7.0. Another cover that I really like, this is The Witching Hour number 36. This is from 1973, also another Nick Cardy cover. Nick Cardy, we stated once again in a past video, he is extremely underappreciated for a lot of the work he did on covers and even interior artwork. Especially a lot of his big stuff in the 70s, because he was being overshadowed at that time. Ditko was still doing stuff. Neil Adams, of course, Bernie Wrightson, the master. So I think his stuff kind of flies under the radar. I love Nick Cardy stuff. Here's this one right here, Witching Hour. I'd also like to know your opinion. If you collect 70s books, especially with the horror genre, I would like to hear who your favorite artists are during that time frame. Of course, I've already said Bernie Wrightson, but when it comes to that type of book, Nick Cardy is a close second because I think he did really good work, and so I enjoy that. So I'd like to hear your opinion on that. Next book up, 1973. This is the first full appearance of Damon Hellstorm. This is also a Gil Kane cover. This is Ghost Rider number 2, graded a 5.0 from 1973. Cool cover right there. And then the final book I'm going to show with just these is from 1974, graded a very fine plus, Justice League of America number 108. There is that there. And then, like I stated before, a request from a viewer. He wanted to see, I purchased recently a couple of books that I've shown in a video just a couple of weeks ago or a week ago. These are 2 books I picked up. at a really, really good price. And these are both from 1946. This is All Great Comics, #1. Graded this a 5.5 for a book from 1946. That is an amazing grade, and it's probably a higher grade, but again, the way I grade books is a little different than most people. So there's All Great Comics #1, 5.5, 1946. And then All Good Comics #1 from 1946, graded a fine -5.5. Again, this condition, really, really good. Fantastic color on this right here. The color on both of them is really, really nice. Again, if I sent these in to be graded, they would probably come back really, really strong, but that's what I gave it. There's that. And then finally, he wanted to see this one especially. This is from 1948. This is Steve Canyon, #6. And this is, well, Steve Canyon Comics. And this is an appearance of Madam Lynx. This is the last issue in this storyline. I graded this one a 6.5. And here is that right there. Really, really nice book. Really iconic cover right there. She really has that look going on the covers. I kind of like these crime books or books like this where they had the femme fatale on it. They sell really, really well in the secondary market. And so he wanted to see that. So there you are. I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry about the glare. And that's where we are with the books this week. Again, Death Metal. Of course, next week I will give my hot pick videos for Sunday. But of course, next week, Batman 93 comes out. Batman 93 is a big issue. And of course, like I stated before, this is kind of the beginning of the end for Harley Quinn as it relates to her own book, where they end the storyline at 75. But she is going to have a part in these books coming up with Joker War, and so we are looking forward to that there. I hope you enjoyed these books. I hope you were able to pick some stuff up. If you picked up any books based off of my recommendations, I'd love to hear about it in the comments, because that means a lot to me when I do these videos, that the information I'm giving is enjoyable from the viewers. As always, I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate everybody who watches the video. Thank you so much. Thumbs up if you like the video. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. If you know somebody who might enjoy this channel, let them know about it and maybe they'll subscribe. So I hope you liked the video, but as always, if you didn't, nothing I can do for you. Have a great, great day, and I will see you Sunday with the hot pick video.